Sometimes it just takes a fairy.
It's often said that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but to WONG FOO, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar begs to differ. Here, our leading ladies know that they're glamour personified. Miss Vita Bohem and Miss Noxema Jackson are New York royalty, and when they get invited to Hollywood's Drag Queen of America competition, they instead take heartbroken Chi-Chi Rodriguez under their wing, then trade their plane tickets with an uncredited Robin Williams for a land yacht, and set off on their journey. For luck and good fortune, Vita borrows a framed, autographed picture of Catwoman herself, statuesque legend Julie Newmar. For the first leg of their trip, they drop in on Vita's hometown, where her mother is less than receptive upon their visit. Reasonably upset, Vita trashes their map and they continue on their way. After becoming lost and having a taillight out, they encounter Sheriff Dollard, called Dullard due to an unfortunate typo on his badge, but also by extension his personality. Not realizing he's pulled over a car full of drag queens, Dollard gets a little too forward with Vita, and in retaliation, Vita knocks him unconscious. Believing the sheriff to be dead, the girls flee the scene and drive off into the night. Following a quick change of clothes, their Cadillac breaks down on the side of the road. Using her feminine wiles, Chi-Chi flags down a ride, a local "Ow Shucks" cowboy named Bobby Ray who brings them to Snydersville, where they have to wait several days while their car is repaired. NYC is one of the more open-minded cities in the world, where these ladies can walk in public without so much as a sideways glance from passers-by. But as they encroach further upon red state middle America, they meet country folk who aren't quite accustomed to the likes of men in ladies' clothing. They won't let that bring them down, however. Carol Ann, owner of the local hotel, gives them the presidential suite to crash in. They kick things off by turning the dusty room into a mini palace, and spend the first day learning all about the citizens of the tiny town from Blythe Danner. As he's being berated by his fellow officers over being knocked out by a drag queen, the very much alive and very much embarrassed Sheriff Dollard grabs Vita's shoe that fell off during their struggle and sets off in hot pursuit of her, like some kind of messed up, bigoted Cinderella story. Wandering around on the edge of town, Chi-Chi is accosted by some roughnecks until Bobby Ray swoops in to her rescue, a knight in a shining pickup truck. Chi-Chi develops a crush on Bobby Ray, who doesn't realize Chi-Chi is a drag princess, and Bobby Ray returns the feelings. But things get complicated when local girl Bobby Lee, Carol Ann's daughter, enters the picture. While sharing cooking tips, Vita discovers that Carol Ann is regularly being beaten by her husband Virgil, the mechanic fixing their car. Vita knows that Carol Ann doesn't want her getting involved, but Vita herself used to be abused by her father, and she isn't about to turn a blind eye to this. Everybody in town is preparing for the annual Strawberry Social, although nobody really seems particularly excited about it. Never one to let a celebration go by uncelebrated, Vita and the girls take part in the preparations and set out to make it the biggest and best year ever, with red and wild as the theme. But first, a day with the girls. That night, Bobby Ray asks Chi-Chi to the Strawberry Social. Vita and Noxie try to talk her out of it, knowing that it's wrong for a nice boy like Bobby Ray to be toyed with. Things turn ugly quick, compounded by Virgil attacking Carol Ann yet again. Thankfully, Vita remembers her days cleaning house at the Double Deuce and puts a stop to Virgil's transgressions for good. Inspired by Vita's courage, Chi-Chi breaks it off with Bobby Ray and sends him away to the enamored Bobby Lee. Meanwhile, Sheriff Dollard continues his search, finding nothing but dead ends. Frustrated, he stops for a drink at the local watering hole, sharing the bar with none other than Virgil. The men realize they've both had their lives upended by the arrival of Vita, Noxie, and Chi-Chi, and want them long gone. As the Strawberry Social is about to begin, Sheriff Dollard storms down Main Street, demanding the drag queens to show themselves and be taken into custody. Thankfully, the citizens of Snyderville are familiar with the ending of Spartacus. Thoroughly and publicly defeated, their sheriff leaves just as quickly as he arrived. Deeply moved by all of the people who stood up to protect them, the ladies make peace with themselves and partake in the festivities, turning small-town America into a slightly more fabulous place to live. As a memento, Julie Newmar is left with Carol Ann. Hollywood is still calling, however, and the three depart. Completing their journey, a new Drag Queen of America champion is crowned, Miss Chi-Chi Rodriguez! And rightfully so, I mean, damn! It's easy to look at this movie with 2018 eyes and take it for granted, but for its time it was, well, way ahead of its time. They took a few of the manliest men in Hollywood and gender bent the hell out of them. Not even in an ironic way, either. While this is a comedy, Vita Bohem, Noxima Jackson, and Chi-Chi Rodriguez are never mocked or treated as objects of ridicule. They are dignified, confident, and instantly own every single room they walk into. While the movie plays it safe and never veers into anything past PG-13 subject matter, it's still impressive that a major Hollywood studio was cool with greenlighting the whole affair. The fact that Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo were able to have fun with WONG means that just maybe, you can too.